The purpose of this video is to give a good impression of what can be found out there and the average or above average cars in my neighborhood. This 1973 Cadillac Sedan DeVille was a one owner little old lady car. I think her name was Estelle. Well, anyway, we'll get on with that. But it ended up almost being turned into some kind of a modified car with big wheels and big stereo boom boxes and all that. The grandkids wanted to mess it up. So anyway, I heard about it and was able to snag it before it got ruined. And it's a nice little car, or nice big car. Let's talk about it a little bit. You know, in 1973, the United States Transportation Safety Board mandated the 5-mile-an-hour bumpers, which added great big massive spring-loaded bumpers on the front and rear of the cars, and other safety features were required at the time. Also, that's the beginning of the smog things, when emission controls were added and different types of devices that were supposed to help reduce exhaust emissions and NOx numbers. So this has some of that on it, with the air pump and EGR valves and spark controls and things like that. So that's one of the things why I generally say they quit making cars in 1972. But still up to 76, there's some interesting cars, and especially in Cadillac, they maintain their look, their stature, their design, the ride, and on all those kind of things. So they're just a bigger car with the 472, and some of the versions have the 500, which is basically the same engine. So let's talk about this car right here. It's about an 80,000 mile car since new, purchased down in Gilroy, California. You can see the license plate still has the Gilroy Motors license plate frame, and of course the blue plate. If you look at the plate, you knew the series numbers, how they issued them in California. That would turn out to be, about 1973, mid-year, something like that, and out of the South Bay DMV offices. Yeah, the series, the DMV has records of where the plates were issued and what series and so forth. Very difficult to find the information. And of course, in the state of California, any agency that looks up a license plate number to find out history on it is in jeopardizing, or they're jeopardizing their position or authority and their authority to look at that stuff. It's all private information, and you can't get records from DMV in California because it's against the law. So on with the car. Original car, there probably has been some little touch up here and there. This front corner of the fender is the only place that I think there could have been some work done, only because I'm looking at the scratch paint, and that paint scratch right there wouldn't look like that if it was original underneath. That's what I'm kind of thinking, and I can kind of see almost maybe some sand scratches underneath it. But other than that, there's nothing on the car that indicates that anything is not other than original to this car. Looking under the hood, it's dirty. This is pretty much just how I brought it home. It still has the original decals in place, not messed with. You can see it's all still there. Even the air cleaner decal is still on there. The information on the receiver dryer is still on there. It's all pretty authentic original stuff. Even the side post battery still has the correct cables, and look, even this little cover cap that goes over the positive side is still right there with the original attaching safety strap. It's all there. Battery is correct. It's actually locked in by the spring loading locking device, original. So really nobody's had a chance to mess with this car and do things that mess it up. The hood pad, insulation pad, is original to the car, still in place. Looks pretty good. The inserts here underneath the headlights, the plastic pieces, are long gone. Those are the only two that are missing. But you notice that the front bumper rubber bumpers with the white strip in the middle are in very good shape, not all chewed up. So let's see, I'll keep walking around the car here, get this closed, and look at trim, hubcaps, the condition of the body, the rubber weather strip around the doors shows some age in areas, but that's what they do, and it's still all there and seals the car up pretty well. Vinyl top. You know, the vinyl tops, when they have moisture underneath them and started to lose their integrity, you'll see rust bubbles in the corners, or you'll see the corner of the vinyl lift up underneath the drip rail. Not on this car. It's all very good condition. No rust, no sign of that at all. Now, inside, very good condition. Most of that is because it was taken care of, and she didn't do much in the car other than once in a while spill her coffee. And because of the spilled coffee stains on the inserts, I was able to get new cloth exactly correct from SMS in Oregon, and we had those installed in the seats to replace the stained coffee stains in there. I didn't clean the carpets. It could have. They could stand to be cleaned, but it is what it is. Looks pretty good. This plastic piece on the door here, they usually get broken, and I'll show you the one for the driver's side is here. All the pieces were in the car underneath the seat, so kind of pieced it back together to see what kind of pieces were missing for it. Now this is a split bench front seat. It's 6-way left and right, so the passenger can adjust what they want, and the driver can do the same. Okay, now Sedan DeVille, not the Brougham model. So this is a 4-door hardtop model, no post. Ample room in the back seat, but the Broughams have a little more foot room, leg space in the cars. Notice the interior lights all work when the doors open and close, and it was never smoked in, so everything is clean in the ashtray and very, very good condition. So moving around to the back of the car, in the back you can see that that grandma bumped into a few things with the rubber piece on the corner a little bit damaged, and a little bit more on the left side. I might even have some better than that. I'll have to look and see. The car has power trunk. I can go back around and open the trunk, and we'll look in the trunk. Again, sorry about the dust. Washed the car, and a day later it's terrible. And we got windy time of the year. Right now the wind's blowing pretty good. Inside the glove box, original owner's manual. Everything in place like it should be. Okay, back to the trunk. Okay, now I thought I forgot about this, but if you look inside the trunk, you can see everything is dry. The cardboard is still in very good condition, indicating no moisture has leaked through and got the cardboard all wet and musty. It's all very good, very dry. The original jack is here, and the wood block, which is factory, and here's the tire cover. Now I took the spare tire out, and so I could get the rubber mat. There's a rubber mat that lays down underneath here, and that rubber mat had some kind of sticky stuff on it. I don't know, maybe more coffee, I'm not sure. So I'm trying to figure out how to get the sticky stuff off the rubber mat before I put it back in. But you can see the jacking instructions all in place. The original paint, very good condition. Trunk light works. Everything's there that's supposed to be there. And so I'll close the trunk. And you see the trunk is going down. The automatic trunk closes and pulls it down into the closed position. As soon as I push it to latch, there we go. You heard it click. All right. So there were some inspection or service stickers there that came off at some time or other, but the door sticker there is still there from Cadillac, and the 6-way seat control there. And like I said, the piece that goes there that usually gets hooked by your belt or whatever and broken, that's the piece that's down here. So, okay, in the car, this is what I see happen occasionally when people such as good old Grandma Estelle, very religious person, and she had her St. Christopher, whatever that is, glued to the dashboard. There's also another little pin in the glove box that goes with the car that's also an indication of her religious dedication. So there you have it. We'll close the door, look at the dash. Dash pad looks pretty darn good. And again, I haven't detailed the car. I've done zero. You see the headliner is very good. It still has the shoulder belts in the trays up there, and all the trim is like it's supposed to be up there. Steering wheel, typical Cadillac steering wheel of the 70s with the wood grain coming apart. I always try to find cars with nice steering wheels, but I've seen a lot worse than this, and of course some that are a lot better, but that's what we've got. Okay, start the car up, and okay, this one has these fasten seatbelt warning, so I've got to pull the seatbelt out and connect it before I try to drive the car, otherwise we'll hear that. Windows are kind of dirty, so I don't know how this little drive is going to be, but if you've watched my videos, you've seen the route that I take. I'd rather put the camera down on the speedometer so you get an idea how quiet and smooth or whatever it is that I'm trying to show when I'm doing the videos. Heck, I don't know, I just drive and ramble on and on and on. I've had plenty of people tell me I don't give wide enough shots or make it more interesting by going somewhere and showing us some of the Napa Valley. Heck, I don't know what to show you. I'm trying to show you the car is what I'm trying to do. So here we are, the usual little cruise, and there we go. So rather than bore you with any more shots of the dashboard, I'll just end it here and tell you thank you very much for watching my videos. And if you have that wonderful videographer or the nice, pleasant driver that I can video while she is driving along, we'll go for that too. But until that happens, you're stuck with me and my cheapy little camera right here in the phone and whatever I have to say as we ramble down the road. Thanks for watching.